What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Ty from Ty Drives for yet another video, and this is the 2022 Audi e-tron GT. So we're going to take this for a little test drive today, a little overview of the test drive. Before we get going, we're going to sort of take it for a loop down a back road. We'll test the turning circle out, and then we'll kind of get it out onto the road. We'll get it to 45, 50 miles an hour. We'll see what it's like at that speed. Then we'll get it out onto a nice back road. So we have some nice twisty corners, some bumpy parts of the road, so we can really test out the suspension. We'll get a nice acceleration clip, and we'll kind of bounce between the comfort and dynamic modes, and I'll let you know when we're doing so. So let's get going here. So we're going to start off the test drive in the comfort mode. We'll kind of see how the lane keeping assist works and all that good stuff. Now, I also created a video for a dedicated features review of this vehicle. So we kind of take a look at the exterior, we move into the front truck, discuss all the powertrain options and everything like that. We go into the rear trunk, rear seats, and finally discuss all of the features that the e-tron GT has to offer up front. So make sure you check my channel, Ty Drives, for that video too, if that is what you're looking for. But just setting off in this vehicle now, I really haven't driven one of these before because the Audi dealership I work for, we just can't keep these things in stock. They're either factory orders or the ones that we get in stock are just gone immediately. So it's a very high demand vehicle. But immediately setting off, it seems the steering is extremely direct. Now, this particular vehicle we're with has the performance package, which means it has the rear wheel steering, which will greatly increase, or I should say decrease, our turning circle. In which you could definitely feel the rear wheels working. That is such a neat feeling when we get an Audi that has the rear wheel steering. So that's pretty cool. Very good turning circle for this vehicle. Now, included in the performance package is also a sport rear differential. Now, I'm not quite sure how they do it with the electric motor, but that is how it's marketed. It has a kind of sport, maybe limited slip rear differential. Ask me how that works. I am not quite sure. It's definitely a very complex car. We have a single speed front transmission and a double speed rear transmission too, which is pretty neat that you have a couple of different gear ratios for the rear motor for kind of sort of quick acceleration or advanced economy. Pretty neat noises that the car gives off as well. Each electric car has their noise when they accelerate, which is pretty neat. It's nothing compared to a gasoline engine, but it's something. It's something. So let's see how the lane keeping assist works. Kind of veer off the, oh, it lost detection there. Let's see if we can get it again. Let's see. All right, here we go. Okay, and it'll kind of notice that we're going outside the line. The lines will turn red, and it'll gently steer you back into the lane. So it's sort of a non-intrusive sort of lane keep assist. So it's not going to jerk you back into your lanes and scare you or anything like that. So far in comfort mode, it's a very, very comfortable suspension. You kind of feel that all of the weight is nice and low on this car. You just kind of get that feeling once you get it out on the road. Very nice, not too crazy steering feel, but it's got a good weight to the steering as well. Up at 45, 50 miles an hour, the vehicle is extremely quiet. You get a little bit of tire noise, but that's to be expected. There's really no engine noise to decrease that tire noise, but the sound insulation on this car is very, very good. All right, so we'll kind of make our way onto this back road here. I'll put it into dynamic mode, and the way I like to do the acceleration is we kind of get up to 25 miles an hour. We'll give this guy in the Mazda some room. kind of punch it and see how fast we can get the car up to speed. So we'll give this guy some room, get it up to 25, and punch it. Jeez. That is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Just the instant G-forces in this vehicle is unbelievable. Now, I had driven a pretty good selection of electric vehicles, but none really in the sort of performance sector that this vehicle is. So that is quite something. And now Audi even makes the RS version of this vehicle, which definitely check my channel because I will be filming one of those. We're lucky enough to get one of those in stock as well. So I will be posting a video of that very shortly. So make sure definitely to keep your eye on the channel if you're looking for an RS e-tron GT video. We're kind of getting it out on these back roads. I have some nice twisty corners that we could go along with here, and some pretty bumpy sections to this road too, so we'll definitely get to test out the suspension, that is for sure. Even in dynamic mode, the air suspension on this vehicle does a really great job of soaking up the bumps. I'm very impressed. You can almost feel the heft to this vehicle, but not while you're accelerating, because it is fast, I'll tell you that. That was a very quick and smooth sprint from 25 to 60 there. Now there is one corner coming up that I will leave it into dynamic. We'll kind of take it at a little bit of a faster pace. I don't want to, beat on this brand new car by any means, but just to sort of get a feeling on how it corners. We'll leave it into dynamic mode, then we'll drop it back into comfort to go over the sort of bumpier section of the road. Brakes feel pretty nice too. It does have a regenerative system with the paddle shifters. You kind of set that up within the screen in there. So let's see how it takes this corner. Pretty impressive. Now, I wasn't, of course, beating on it whatsoever, and so I really can't give you a true sort of the notion on how it handles, but it does seem to handle very flat and very, very nicely because of the rear wheel steering. You kind of feel the rear end, bring itself around, which is a pretty neat feeling. Now, we do have a pretty rough stretch of road here, which I'm not going to hit all the bumps. I don't want to pop a tire or anything. But we'll definitely hit some of them. And I can tell you that it is a pretty comfortable ride. You definitely feel sort of isolated from the road, if that makes any sense. Just a pleasure to drive on these back roads here up in New England. Now we do have the 20-inch wheels, staggered wheels and tire setup. The front tires are 245 section and the rear are 285 section, so pretty big tires on the rear. Pretty big wheels too. I would expect it to actually ride a little bit harsher with the larger wheels on it, but it's very, very nice in the ride department. I have to express that. It just gobs and gobs of power. This is really the only e-tron GT that I have driven. I haven't driven the RS version yet, but if you watch that video, definitely expect quite the reaction from myself when we do the acceleration. Just such a nice vehicle to drive. Very quiet, very composed. And the build quality in here is excellent. The seats are just beautiful. Take a look at the passenger seat. 18-way power adjustments with massaged heating and cooling. This is a prestige model, of course. You can see the heads-up display and various things like that. We have the adaptive cruise control, the nice Bang & Olufsen speakers. Just a pleasure to drive this car. And very lucky to get to be able to even make a video on this car, since you know, it's a very hot commodity. Okay, so take a turn onto this last road here, and we'll give it a quick another acceleration. Let's do half throttle and see what it feels like at half. So I'm not going to do anything crazy because there's a bit of traffic here. Just very impressed by this car. Alrighty, so now that we are back into our little filming studio here, my wrap-up thoughts on the e-tron GT. Just a very, very impressive car, like I said earlier. Just a great combination of amazing build quality. You know, you have carbon fiber all over the place. This car stickers for just about $122,000, which is fairly loaded vehicle. You know, everything that happens with this vehicle either blows you away or at the minimum is expected of the vehicle that costs this much. Just a very, very neat and special vehicle to drive, especially because you know, we are going towards an electric future, and it's nice to see that the electric vehicles have continued over into the performance segment. It's a very, very nice car to drive. But thank you for watching this video, each and every one of you. I also invite you over to my other channel to check out the other video that I have put up on this particular e-tron GT with all of the features review. Also keep a lookout for the RS e-tron GT videos that I will be posting in the near future. And thank you very much for watching. Make sure you stay with us here at Ty Drives and subscribe for more videos just like this one.